Sriram, Melita, Devasena, Emrin, Karthik, Bastin, Shania, all of you turn on your videos. Kshetra.
Yes, ma'am.
Srihari,
Ma'am,
where we stop?
ma'am, merits of government. Last
How
topic.
many merits we discussed?
Ma'am, 4.
4. That means democracy enhances the dignity of the citizen, isn't it? Yes. So the last important merit of a democracy is it allows to correct the mistakes. It allows to correct its own mistakes. How democracy allows to correct the mistakes?
Press has freedom, so
Yes.
they can criticize
They
the
can
government.
criticize. Then that means in a democratic form of government, we cannot hide the mistakes for a long time, isn't it?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
cannot hide a mistakes for a long time in a democratic form of government because the government may be changing or the freedom of press is there. So once a mistake will be come out. So what will happen? Either they will change their decision. It allows them to change their mistakes. Either they will change their decision or the rulers themselves will be changed. So democracy, the last important merit of democracy is that it allows to change it allows to correct the mistakes. It allows to correct on mistakes. How it is doing that? In a democratic form of government, nobody can hide the mistakes for a long time. It cannot be hidden for a long time because it will come for a public discussion because there is opposition parties where their freedom of press is there. So once it will come for a discussion. So either the rulers will change the decision. It will allow them a way, a platform. It gives them a platform either to correct their mistakes or to change the rulers. If they are doing the same mistakes next time, what will happen? They will lose the power. So democracy allows to correct the mistakes. Clear? So the 5 important merits of democracy we discussed in detail. Bastin? Bastin? Where is Bastin? Bastin? Emrin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you say the merits of a democratic form of government?
Ma'am. Accountable government.
Okay, it is an accountable government. Then
Accountable government. Enhancing the dignity of citizens.
enhance the dignity of the citizen.
Improve the quality of decision making.
Improve the quality of decision making.
Dealing with the differences and opinion and interests.
Yes, dealing with different opinions and interest. Okay, then the last point is it allows to correct its own mistake. Democracy allows to correct its own mistakes because in a democratic form of government, it is not possible to hide a mistake for a long time. It will be come to the public platform for a discussion, and after that either the rulers can change their decision or the rulers themselves will be changed. Clear? So by analyzing all these merits of democracy, we can say that democratic form of government is a better form of government than any other. if it's a dictatorship, if it's a monarchy, whatever it is, compared to all other forms of government, even though the democratic form of government have a lot of demerits, it's the best form of government because of the major 5 reasons we discussed. One is it is accountable, it is responsible to the people. Second one is there is decision making. Even though it will take time, it will help to reduce the irresponsible decisions, to deals with the conflicts, differences and conflict. Democratic form of government is a better form of government. Then it enhances the dignity of the citizen. There is political equality. And the last one is it allows to correct its own mistakes. Clear? Any point want to explain again? Alnaros, where were you for the last classes? What happened at Alna?
My laptop was not working.
Then the broader meaning of democracy. If we are explaining the democracy in a broader sense, democracy itself includes 2 types. One is a direct democracy and the other is indirect or representative democracy. Okay, direct democracy and representative democracy. What do you mean by representative democracy? Okay, what do you mean by direct democracy? Anybody? Direct or indirect? No response? Srihari, any guess?
Ma'am,
Mm.
it would be like India because there is no military power or any.
Direct, no, democracy itself is divided into direct and indirect. Okay. Example, India is a country which we follow indirect democracy, or almost all the countries in the world are now following indirect democracy.
Taking a decision without having a meeting and all.
Taking a decision
Without having any meeting or taking a decision straight ahead.
that is not indirect democracy. Little bit differences there. Okay. So direct democracy means if, okay, I think it's first time you are hearing, isn't it? Direct or indirect democracy.
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
a representative form of government. Don't worry. Just ask whether you have any idea about it. Okay. You answer. Whether it is wrong, we will correct it. So in an indirect form of democracy means the representatives of the people. That's why it is called as representative democracy. Indirect or representative democracy, because here the representatives, it is not possible for all the people to take part in the decision making. So the representatives of the people, the majority is allowed to take a decision on behalf of all the people. In our country, you know, for all the people of the country, our parliament is taking the decision, isn't it? For the India, for behalf of all the people living in India, for the 121 million people living in India, for all these people, who's taking the decisions? Our elected representatives. They may be 540 or 50 members in the parliament is taking a decision for the whole country. Or for the state like Kerala, our state legislative assembly is making the laws for the state. So the representative form of government in which the majority is taking decision on behalf of all the people. Clear? What is an indirect democracy? That means
Yes,
an
ma'am.
indirect or a representative form of democracy. The elected leaders, elected members are ruling the country. But in a direct form of democracy, the whole people are participating. Have you heard about Grama Sabha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the speciality? Is anybody's parents are members or counselor or anybody here? No, okay. why I asked us if they are more, they know more about it. Okay, okay, leave it. So what do you know about Grama Sabha?
People, all the people in the village will come and gather there
Ah,
to
yes.
meeting.
Yes, good. Srihari. That is a Grama Sabha, isn't it? That means a particular ward. You know, you can ask whether in a particular panchayat you are living in a particular ward. Sovel, are you in containment zone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, because in Chalakudi municipality is now in containment zone, isn't it? I am from Vellangalur, okay? In our village, 2 wards are containment zone. 2 wards. That means a village itself is divided into different wards. And each ward have a ward member. For a municipality, it is a councillor. So each ward have a ward member and a Grama Sabha meeting, as Srihari said, for each ward to taking the important decisions related to each ward, the Grama Sabha meetings will be there, or analyzing the progress of the things done in the village and all the things, Grama Sabha meetings will be there for that particular ward. That means the people who become the residents of that particular ward will attend that meeting, and there they will discuss all the things what the member did. They will criticize there and they will tell what they need, and all the things will be done in the Grama Sabha. Have you ever heard about Grama Sabha? At least in your home you saw a notice of Grama Sabha meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You know a Grama Sabha, before the Grama Sabha is conducting, they will give a notice to every members, not every members, to each and every family in that particular ward. They will give the notice, and the elder member, most probably the elder member or a man from a family or a woman, whoever it is, they will participate the Grama Sabha. So to ensure it, that is a direct form of democracy, because the people are directly participating in the decision making process. But in an indirect or a representative form of democracy, the people are not directly participating. What the people are doing?
People
They
are
are
acting the
yes,
representatives.
for the majority, a group majority people is elected as a representative for rule the whole country. The people are elected to rule the country. That is a representative form of democracy. Clear? Why we are adopting this representative form of democracy now? Why we are not following a direct democracy? What are the major reasons?
Conflict can happen between people
If
because they
you,
have different ideas.
okay. Then, any other opinion?
We can take decisions easily.
Yes. If it is a indirect democracy, we can take the decisions easily. Then one more point is there. It is physically impossible. See, a country like India, you know how many, our population is around 121 crore. So it is possible for taking a decision for the country by sitting all the 121 crore people together. Okay, leave it 121, around 1 crore people, suppose. Is it possible for them to sit together and take a decision?
No, ma'am.
As Srihari said, it will lead to a great conflict also. So it is physically impossible for the people to participate in such decision making. The first important reason is why we are following the representative form of democracy is it is physically impossible for the people to sit together and take such type of decisions. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And the second reason is sometimes the people have no time. People have no time. And also the people have lack of interest. So if you are working and Srihari is working in a multinational company, and that time if you are calling for a meeting of the legislative assembly or something, you will go there?
No.
No. Why? Because we are busy. We have no time. If we are working or if we are any other thing, we are not able to go there every time to take the decisions. And also Sometimes we have lack of knowledge. We are unaware of these things and we are lack of interest to that. So because of the two reasons, one is it is physically impossible for the people to sit together and take the decision, and the second one is lack of time and lack of interest. Clear? Why we are adopting this, the representative form of democracy? Because of the two reasons. One is physically impossible for the people to sit together and take a decision. Second one is lack of interest and lack of time. Clear? Any doubt, children? Any doubt? Anyone? If no doubt, you can say no. If any doubt, you can say yes. Any doubts?
Ma'am, can you say one more time?
Which one?
Last.
Representative form of democracy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's why I am asking. If any doubt is there, you can ask. I prepared another slide, but I copied another one. So, okay. A representative democracy. In a representative form of the democracy, the major so in a representative form of democracy, who will take the major decisions? People are directly taking the decision or their elected representatives?
Elected
Through
representatives.
their elected representatives. The majority of the people rule through their elected representative. The majority of the people were ruled through their elected representative. In a democratic form of government, the people are ruled by their elected representative. So it is called as a representative form of democracy. So it is called as the representative form of democracy because the people are ruled by their elected representatives. Then, what is the importance of this representative democracy? It is because of two reasons. One is it is physically impossible for them all to sit together and take a decision. It is physically impossible to sit together and take a decision. And the next one is, even if we have time, or even if there is enough, it is enough spacious, but the citizens don't have the time and the desire or the skill to take part in the decisions. Okay? The people have, even if they could, but the citizens may be, they have lack of time or their skill, their lack of skill to take part in such type of decision making process. Ashik?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened, Ed?
Nothing, ma'am.
So what is the importance of representative form of democracy?
Ma'am,
Ashik, can you say the importance of the representative form of democracy?
Modern democracy involves such a large numbers of people. So it is we can have a lack of time.
So lack of time or the desire or skill to take part, and the second, another point is it is physically impossible for the people to sit together and take a collective decision. Now it's clear? Sriram?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay. So what is representative form of democracy? The people are ruled through their elected representatives. It is called a representative government or representative form of democracy. And why we are adopting this representative form of democracy in the current societies, or what is the importance of a representative form of democracy? It is because it's physically impossible for them all to sit together and take a decision. And the second one is, even if so the citizens have lack of time, they don't have the time or desire or the skill to take part in such decisions. Clear? Then we studied the differences between a democratic and a non-democratic form of government. You remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
So, democracy. Children, democracy is not only a form of government, it is a way of life. So, wherever we are going or in our life also, we must follow a democratic approach. Don't try to overrule others. Okay? Try to listen to others. Respect the right for the others. Accept others. It is a way of life. Democracy. We must follow that a democratic approach in our life. You should consider others. You should. Ibek?
Yes, ma'am.
Which class? Child, it is 9th standard class. Okay. Better to quit. Leave the class. So that's all about the chapter. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
chapter is clear to you.
Yes,
ma'am.
Any
ma'am.
doubt in any topics? Merits of democracy is 5th point. That point is, wait. Correction of mistakes. Can you see this?
Ma'am.
Yes. So somebody asked to explain that point once again. Okay, so the correction of mistakes means, as we know, like all other forms of government, democracy also have definitely mistakes. But in a democratic form of government, what is the major advantage? What is the
Freedom
major
for
advantage?
We can
the right.
criticize.
We
Can
cannot,
correct. We cannot hide the
we
mistakes.
cannot hide
Hide
the
the
mistake for a long time. Yes, very good. We cannot hide the mistake for a long time.
Long time.
There will be a space, definitely it will be come to the for a public discussion, and these mistakes, and there is a room for the correction. So if the government or the ruler accept the mistake, they will change their decision, or what happened the next time, the rulers can be changed. The rulers can be changed. Clear? So the democracy allows corrects our own mistakes or its own mistakes. How? Like all other forms of government, democracy also have mistake, but it cannot be hidden for a long time, because it will come for a public discussion, and definitely there is a room for discussion, and the rulers want to change their decision, or what happened, the rulers themselves will be changed. Clear?
Ma'am.
Use it. Okay, merits of democracy is 5th point. Say the 4th point. Last point, now it's clear, I think so. Okay, no other doubts. 4th point is enhancing the dignity of the citizens. How it enhances the dignity of the citizen? Because it is based on the principle of political equality. It is based on the principle of political equality. That means there is no difference between a rich person or a poor person, or an educated person or an uneducated person. Example, right to vote. All the people in India, those who have completed the age of 18 and above, have the right to vote. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Or the voting right is only for the educated person?
No.
Or
No.
for the rich person?
No.
All the people who have completed with a sound mental status can have the right to vote.
Vote.
Yes. Then the people are not subjected to the rulers, they are the rulers themselves. In a democratic form of government, we are proud to live in a democratic form of government because we are our rulers. The leaders are elected by us and they are ruling us. So that also enhance our dignity. See, if it is a king or a queen is ruling the country, we cannot have such type of dignity because the supreme power is vested to the king or the queen. But in a democratic form of government, the supreme power is in the hand of the people. They are electing their representatives. Then, even they made mistakes, they are responsible for the conduct. If the leaders are doing the mistakes, they are responsible to the people. So it is a better form of government. It enhances the dignity of the citizen. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So that's all about the chapter. 5 more minutes is there. We can conclude the chapter. Okay?
Ma'am, is there any country with direct democracy?
The direct democracy was there in ancient Greece, but nowadays it is not possible in any country. It was practiced in the ancient Greece, and nowadays we can say an example is Grama Sabha only. So we can conclude the chapter. Are you okay with the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to follow me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Any
Yes.
problem?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Why I am asking is, if you have any problem, you can ask me directly, okay? Because I don't know, first time I am teaching you and first time also you are hearing my class. So if any, the way of explaining or any problem is there, you can tell to me, okay? So the name of our chapter, what was the name of our chapter?
Democracy.
Democracy.
What
Democracy.
is democracy and why?
Is
Democracy. What is democracy and why? Okay. Then first we studied its definition. So what are the points we discussed here? What are the points? First one is definition. What is the definition for democracy? No response? Want to check it once again? That is not good. In a democratic form of government,
the rulers are elected by people.
Rulers
yes,
are
good. The
elected by the
rulers are
people.
elected by people.
The
That's the
people.
definition. The first thing we studied is the definition. The rulers are elected by the people. Then we discussed about the
difference between
features of features of democracy. How many features we studied?
4.
Which were they?
People have the right to vote their representative.
First is major
The decisions are taken by the elected rulers.
leaders. Major decisions by elected
Elections.
leaders. Then free and
Fair.
fair election. Free and fair election. Then the next point.
One vote,
Each
one
adult
well.
have one vote. Each vote has equal value.
Equal value. 1 person, one vote, one value. And the last point is rule of law and respect to
rights of
rights.
the people.
Yes. Respect rights of the people. So the major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Which country's example we studied there? Which country?
Chile,
Chile. Okay, in this chapter,
for
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Pakistan. Pakistan, Pervez Musharraf ruled. He declared he himself called as the president of the country. He passed the legal framework order, so the entire power to the president than the elected leaders. The free and fair election we discussed with the help of two countries. Which were they? Free and
China.
fair. Two terms are there, and also two countries are there. Which are the two countries?
China.
China,
China and
Mexico.
Mexico.
okay, that is the best way to remember. Two terms are there, free and fair. Two countries are there, China and Mexico. Then one person, one vote, one value. There we discussed about three countries. Three terms are there, three countries also. Which were the
Saudi
countries?
Arabia,
Saudi Arabia,
Arabia, Zimbabwe,
Saudi Arabia,
Fiji,
Fiji,
Estonia.
Estonia, and Fiji. So the three countries are there. Saudi Arabia, Estonia, and Fiji. And the rule of law and respect rights we discussed. Which country?
Zimbabwe.
Okay. Clear?
yes ma'am,
Yes. Then we discussed the demerits of democracy, isn't it?
yes ma'am.
Okay. What are the major demerits of democracy?
Ma'am, rulers change every 5 years.
Okay. So it leads to
Instability.
instability. Then
The decision is slower than the in
first one is instability. Second one is, as you said, slow decision making process. It will take time. So it is delay in decision making, isn't it? Delay in decision making. Then any other?
no
Ah.
political there is political challenges, there is no morality.
There is no morality. That means it is deals with political competition, isn't it? Only political competitions and power play. So there is lack of morality. Then it leads to corruption. That point we forgot. Leads to corruption. Then we discussed about the major merits of democracy. What are the major merits of democracy?
Accountable form of government.
Yes. Merits. First one is, it is an accountable form of government. We studied the example with China and India related to what?
Famine.
Famine related to famine. Then quality
Quality in decision making.
quality in decision making. Then the next
Enhance
one.
the dignity of
Enhance
people.
yes. Enhance the dignity of the people. Then correct mistakes. And deal with
Differences and conflicts.
yes, very good. Deal with differences and conflicts. These are the major merits we studied. And the last one we studied is what? Representative.
Direct and indirect
Yes,
democracy.
that means the representative, broader meaning of democracy, direct and indirect form of government. Indirect form of government is called as
Representative form of
representative form of government. Representative of form of government means
the
majority is ruled by the elected representatives. Representative, the class representative, it's an elected representative. Okay, the majority is ruled by the elected representative. Then nowadays we are following the representative democracy because of the two reasons. What were they? First one is
physical impossible.
to sit all the people and take the decision. The another one is
Lack
People
of
is having
interest
not time.
and
lack of
Lack of
interest,
interest.
time,
Lack of time.
Desire.
and skills.
time, skills, etc. These are the topics coming under this chapter. It's clear to you,
Yes, ma'am.
all of you? All of you? So next class, study this chapter.
ma'am.
and come. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next class, we can start economics. So politics one chapter over, economics one chapter over. So again, we can go through economics. So two chapters over, one is Palampur and the other is from politics. It is what is democracy and why democracy. Hope it's clear to you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
again, children, if in between, if you are studying, any doubt is there, you can contact me through my WhatsApp. Okay. I'm ready to help you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am.